Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out Devin Brown. Devin was one of the first ones to send me this disturbing ass story. And once again, it's coming from our first favorite state, Ratchet ass Florida. Yes, Florida is back in the damn news. I don't know what the hell's going on with the state of Florida, but this story is just a trip. It's disgusting, it's demonic, and I don't even know what to think of this entire fiasco. So what went down is that basically you have these four crazy ass teenagers behind me. One of them was the roommate to a young boy. He was 17 years old. They were all in Job Corps. The young boy's name was Jose Guardado. Supposedly he owed the boy Kaheem Arbelo money. Kaheem was a local drug dealer, and either Jose didn't pay him or he didn't have the funds. But Kaheem decided to devise a plan to get three of his friends together to basically lure Jose from the campus of Job Corps out into the woods. Once they lured Jose there, they decided to attack him with a machete until his face caved in. Then they pushed him into a shallow grave, which they had dug 2 weeks before this. And then they sat there and buried this young man alive. And then after that, they burned all his clothes and his belongings. But to make this situation even worse, the female perpetrator is Kaheem Arbelo's girlfriend. And her name is Desiray Strickland, and she's 18 years old. She was also involved. She was so pissed off that she missed the first half of them attacking him with the machete because she had to go pee, that she then decided to stay behind with her boyfriend, and they decided to have sex by the grave of this young boy. When I tell y'all, if this ain't some old deprived, demonic ass shit, I don't know what is. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this news clip, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
Along with three others in the heartless and brutal murder of a 17-year-old boy. And tonight, that young victim's brother is describing the horror of discovering his body. Local 10 News reporter Terrell Fournay live in Homestead to pick up the story from here.
Well, Lori, the details coming to light paint a sick, twisted murder plot. We know that 3 of the 4 suspects currently in jail have confessed, according to detectives, that each have been described as school bullies.
He was my best friend.
Jose Amaya's brother still hasn't gotten over that day 2 months ago when he dropped his sibling off at school for what would be the last time.
Same Sunday, he didn't ask the phone was completely off.
Jose disappeared from the Job Corps Center in Homestead where he attended class.
And we got worried that something bad was happening to him. So we made 3 groups or 3 people, and we went deep on the woods back there by the school, and we started looking piece by piece.
And deep in the woods next to the school, Freddie Amaya stumbled upon his brother's body, burned and partially buried.
I recognize him by the socks that he has. It's the same that he has at the house.
Jose's mom fights back tears while describing her son as a loving, shy kid. In Spanish, Jose's dad just as emotional on the day a 4th person was charged in connection with their son's murder.
Okay.
18-year-old Desiray Strickland appeared unfazed, head slouched, and practically bored during the court arraignment. Cops say all 4 of these individuals conspired weeks in advance to carry out the murder and used machetes to viciously end Jose's life after first luring him into the woods. Cops say Strickland and the suspected ringleader, Kaheem Arbelo, even had sex in the same field right after the deadly act.
He never had any problem with nobody.
And that female, Desiray Strickland, is being held without bond, much like all of the people who have been arrested and accused of this heinous crime. As for the ringleader, we've learned, according to the victim's family, that the ringleader was Jose Amaya's roommate. A motive police are still investigating.
All right, so you guys just watched that news clip, and like I said, the whole situation is just disgusting. You know, it just lets you know that there's just straight up evil in this world. I don't care how much money Jose owed Kaheem, for him to devise this plan and then for the others to be okay going along with it, it just makes no sense. Like we were saying on my fan page, I can barely find 3 sane people to go do some normal sane shit with, like going shopping, going to see a movie. How the hell do you get 3 other people to join you while you hack somebody up and throw them in a shallow grave? You know, this is just really, really sick. It's just sad that so many young people just have this groupthink mentality. They don't know how to think for themselves. They don't know how to say, you know what, this whole situation sounds crazy as fuck. Count me out. I don't want to have nothing to do with this. It's like so many kids are just sheeples. They just go ahead and just follow with whatever the trend is, with whoever's leading them. They don't even think that this idea is a bad idea. This is some sick ass shit. And then the thing that tripped me out is that Desiray and the other young man, they're only being charged with second-degree murder. I think all these fools should be charged with first-degree murder, and they all deserve the death penalty. You guys know it's very rare that I ever say that somebody deserves a death penalty, but I think in the manner in which this young boy died and the reason they killed him and the fact that the girl decided to have sex by his grave with her boyfriend, this is some sick satanic ass shit. You know, I've heard a lot of stories come out of Florida. A lot of really disturbing stories have come out of Florida over the years. Probably one of the worst stories that I've heard in a long time. You know, kind of reminds me of that story that happened back in Illinois about 2 years ago. Like 3 or 4 teenagers, they lured those 2 young black boys into their home and they killed them and had sex on top of the bodies. It's like, what the hell is wrong with some of these teenagers nowadays? I mean, I just don't understand. It's one thing to be, you know, it's one thing to be mean. It's one thing to be a bully. It's another thing to be a murderer and to act out like you're demonically possessed. I mean, the whole situation to me is just sickening. Anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. What do you think should happen to these teens? Do you feel like these teens, all of them deserve the death penalty? And then how do you feel about the entire situation? What do you think is going on in Florida? And what do you think would lead these teens to do something like this to another teen and to have no problem about it? They were bragging about it to friends. They had no problem spilling the beans to police. It's like they're really, really proud of their handiwork. And I think that's the most disturbing part of it all. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this ratchet ass story that's once again coming from our first favorite state, ratchet ass Florida. All right. Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and you can show me some love by watching my previous videos. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and share. And also don't forget to follow me on social media and check out lovelyt.com, where you can support my channel by purchasing a coffee mug or a t-shirt. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.